Marketing Officer here at Savion Corporate. Very excited to be here this morning with you and joined by Mr. Zach Heilman, who's helped me out in the chat today. Thank you, Zach, for your service today. Appreciate it very much. Be sure to thank Zach for helping us out, getting us through today's training. Today we're going to go ahead and touch on a topic that is really relevant because it happens to affect our everyday marketing here at Savion, and that is the RSM presentation, the Retail Shopping Membership. And every single day we are telling the story about Savion and how our membership works. Just to kind of bring some context to what we're doing today, last weekend I was in Los Angeles and I got a chance to spend some great quality time with Mr. Troy Dooley, who is really known in the industry as being a compliance czar, if you will. He really understands the environment that we work in as far as network marketing and so forth. So we had some, we are still underway in a comprehensive review of all of our marketing, our PowerPoints, our videos, our website material, anything with marketing related to it is either currently in review or will be reviewed in the next couple weeks. So we are striving to just, clean up some things that we know that we need to improve upon and make sure that we're just really tight with the current regulatory environment and in our information, our delivery, our presentation, making sure that we're factual and providing proper disclosures and not overstating and overpromising and all those kind of things, right, that go along with our regulation of our industry. So the first thing that we started with is the reproduction of our RSM PowerPoint. And if you've been on the webinars this past week, you may have seen that presentation in action as we started delivering that presentation last week already. Some of you maybe have not had a chance to see it. So I'm going to not do the presentation per se, but I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to kind of slide by slide just talk you through the presentation so that you understand the mentality or the mindset behind it. And there will be it's kind of funny, I had just produced a script to put out and publish for the RSM, and then we went through last weekend meetings, and I just realized now I have to redo it. So such is life, sometimes we have to just repeat things over and over again. But it's okay. We're going to get that updated script finished. It's mostly completed anyway, so you just have to make a couple edits, a couple changes, and we'll have that available for you as well. We did shorten the presentation a little bit by cutting out about 5 or 6 of the slides, mostly on the compensation side, and we did change some wording. There are some wording changes, so we're going to just kind of go through it today. And this is being recorded. I highly recommend that you make sure that this recording does get out to all of your leaders. It is Labor Day weekend here in the United States, which is a kind of a well-celebrated weekend, I guess you'd say. A lot of people take the long weekend and go out of town, so I'm sure there's a ton of people here who are not watching this today because they're enjoying their last weekend of summer, which I totally understand. But that's why we have recordings, and I'm just asking that you get this out to everybody on your team. Ask them to review this, watch it, and make sure that they understand it before they do their next public meeting anywhere. If they're doing their own little presentation, Zooms or webinars, conference calls, whatever it may be. If you're doing things, in mass, in group style presentations, you need to understand this topic in this training today. So it's really important that we get it out there. So as I always say, I believe that a person that takes copious notes is always going to be the best off in what they learn, because you know what? You never want to leave your fortunes to your memory. You want to write everything we put down today because it's going to be very valuable information. And note takers are money makers, right? So definitely take some notes. Who's got their pens and paper ready? Are we ready to begin? I think we probably are. So let's go ahead and jump in here this morning. These are some basic guidelines. There certainly can be more that could be added to this, but I don't want to keep you for hours. So we're just going to kind of cover some of the basics here today. First thing we're going to talk about is learning how to properly explain the business model and the membership of Savion. Learn what the proper disclosures are. And this is something we're going to have more and more of. I'm sure that there'll be more coming, but just some of the basic things that we want to make sure that people understand up front when they purchase a membership. How to focus the presentation on the value proposition of Savion. In other words, we want to guide our potential customers in the right direction with our presentation. We want to put the right emphasis on the right things. And it all comes from having that customer-centric. If you're taking notes today, I want you to write that phrase down. That's a very important understanding or label to put over our business model, that Savion is a customer-centric business model. We are focused on generating membership of people who shop and want to save money. That is it. That is the value proposition of Savion, that we are out to evangelize the world on the concept of shopping and saving money, where they can improve their everyday lives based upon improving their financial budgets and so forth on money they're already spending and bringing it back into the family. That is it, folks. Okay. So how many of you wrote that down right now? I want to see. This is the participation class a little bit today. Zach's moderating, but how many of you wrote that phrase down right there? Customer-centric. Savion is in the business of helping families shop and save and putting extra dollar back into their budget to improve their overall daily lives financially. That is the mission. That is the focus of what we do. Okay, so it's really, really key that we present Savion from the right position. Obviously, the wrong position to promote Savion from is strictly from an affiliate standpoint. I want you to understand that the affiliate opportunity is secondary. Write that word down, secondary. That is a secondary consideration for anybody who comes to Savion, is to consider whether they may want to participate or not, whether they want to share this information with some other people, and that they can generate additional income. Of course, it's exciting. Of course, it's attractive. But let's remember that membership in Savion is not for everybody. Okay? Write that down. It is not for everybody. It is not 100% across the board suitable or appropriate for every person of every demographic. It is not. There are people that don't spend enough money in a month to justify the membership, to make it worth their while. There are people on the end of the spectrum, the elderly, the grandmas out there that live alone, that they barely spend $100 a month. They don't travel anywhere. They don't drive anywhere. They don't put gas in any cars. They don't eat out. There is a suitability factor that you have to look at. This membership is for the family, really, is who it's designed for. Doesn't mean it can't work for the college student, or that it can't work for the grandmas out there who do still drive around and still get out and socialize and eat a little bit. There's always exceptions to the rule, to the norm. But what I'm saying is, let's be smart about our target audience. Who is our target audience with Savion? It is the family market. It's the mom and dad and one child, 2 kids, 5 kids, 8 kids. Those are the most likely candidates. It's for the people that are couponing. It's for the people that are, their budgets are tight because they have a house, they have a mortgage, they have a car or two that they make payments on. They have maybe college tuition for a college kids that they're paying, or private tuition for their kids at home if they go to a private school. It's for the everyday person, or it's for a single mom, who's raising a couple kids. It's for anybody that would be considered a person who would want to save money. That's who it's for. But of course, the spending that they do on a monthly basis has to fall within the parameters of our membership, and that it would make sense. So there's that kind of suitability test, and you get you make the best choice on who would be a great member for Savion based on a couple questions. When you're talking to a potential prospect, ask them, do you clip coupons already? Is saving money important to you? How much on average do you spend on a weekly basis? Now we have a worksheet, and Zach, I don't know if there's any way you can post that in the chat, if you can pull that in or tell people where to find that worksheet, that savings worksheet. But there is a savings worksheet that is available to you, and if we can't pull it in now, we'll make it available here on the Founders team here later by adding it to the documents page there. But there is a worksheet that you can sit down with somebody and have them fill it out, and it will, give them an idea of basically how much, they are spending in categories that would be qualified to get the cashback shopping on and so forth. Plus, looking at okay, no problem. We'll get that added to the Founders team later. We'll post it so you guys can get a copy of that. I have a copy on my computer. I'll just get it up there somehow. But this worksheet does help people identify needs in their budget, or areas that they could save money in. And it really is a great way to sort of get a person thinking about all the ways that they could use the Savion membership and benefit from it. So, just understand that we want to properly onboard people into Savion that really truly have a need for it, that truly spend enough to qualify for the benefit of Savion, and that truly understand how it works, okay? And that's where like the disclosures come in. Number two, learn the proper disclosure. We really want to be upfront on every part of our membership that, it's a 30-30-30 program. It's a 30-day program to shop and collect your store information, put your receipts into the back office or through the app when that becomes available. 30 days to verify those receipts, 30 days to process those payments to your pay card. Okay, it's a 90-day ramp-up cycle. It takes from the day you join, minimum up to 90 days to get those first cashback payments. People need to know that up front. Otherwise, you're going to have major problems, and you're going to cause problems for the ultimately for the company, because we'll have a lot of complaints come in if we're not disclosing that up front. If people just don't read. I've noticed that. I mean, every time I do meetings and I tell people, "Do you guys read the website?" It says it right there in black and white. It's 90 days. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, well I kind of skipped over that, or I just kind of joined. I didn't even look at the website, which is not good. When we're presenting the Savion opportunity, you want to ask people, did you review the website? Did you watch some of the videos that I asked you to watch about this, about the membership and so forth? Did you get on a webinar? Did you, make sure that they're properly informed. Don't just bring somebody on board who doesn't know what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense. Excitement, no excitement. It doesn't matter how excited they are to get started. It doesn't matter how motivated they are. If they don't know what they're in, it's going to be a problem. So make sure that you do some little back and forth checks with the person. Say, look, did you get a chance to go and read through the website? Yes, great. Any question about that? No, I get it. Okay, so you understand it's 90 days, right? Yes, I do. Okay, no problem. Fantastic. And you understand that it's $125 every 28 days, right? Yep, I understand that too. Okay, great. Just want to make sure. So by double checking some of that in the front end, you are basically managing their expectations properly. You are getting them into the mindset of how the membership actually works. They've already, allowed for the time needed for the membership to begin to take place and for the value to begin to be delivered to them in the right way. They're not going to have these high-level expectations where, if they don't have that information, if they don't have that understanding, then after 30 days, they're sort of like, well, where's my cash back? Don't I get it in 30 days? And it's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, yeah, it takes a couple months to get this. Like, you have to wait 90 days. Like, what? Now we got a problem. So, again, full disclosure, let people know up front the very critical things. And also on the affiliate side, if a person becomes a founder, right now I'm talking about the customer side, but if on the affiliate side, if they become a founder, make sure on the same manner that you fully disclose the 125, 28, first 125 in a 28-day period rule, where the first 125 will be withdrawn from their e-wallet to cover commission. Then you can simply cover that by asking them to watch the videos in the members back office area under the training link. And that will help you avoid a lot of heartache and headaches with people who are going to be upset if they don't properly understand that piece. So it's amazing how much stress you can remove from your life in this business if we just simply properly educate and inform people how Savion works. The people that have the greatest struggles and have the most issues popping up with angry or upset people are the ones that are just flying by the seat of their pants, and they're not taking time to train their people or explain the processes that we have. They're just simply, getting them excited, sign the dotted line, go get your next people to bring to Savion. Folks, telling you, that's not the right process, okay? You are shortcutting and circumventing the process that you need to follow. It's going to really blow up in your face. So I would not recommend that you continue to operate your business that way. It's a bit of a reckless approach. You want to properly bring people through, onboard them properly. If it takes you a day or two to properly get them informed and educated and trained, then you're going to have somebody that's going to be with you, and they're not going to come back at screaming at you a month later or two when things start to happen that they weren't prepared for. That's the real issue. Is that that first 125 comes out if they're a founder, or they get to 30 days and they're like, okay, where's my redeem button? Where do I get the when do I get the cash? And if they don't have that information, or if they didn't get that proper training or onboarding process, you're setting yourself up for a real problem, because people are going to get angry, they're going to get upset, and these are your friends, these are your neighbors, these are your coworkers, these are people that you brought on board. So I personally wouldn't want people angry with me, okay, and coming knocking on my door saying, hey, how come I can't get my cash back? I thought it was in 30 days. Well, no, I forgot to tell you that, yeah, you have to wait 90 days. Yeah, just do yourself a favor and properly onboard people the right way and get the disclosures out there. Again, the value proposition of Savion is that we are here to help families, improve their financial situation by putting money back into the budget that they didn't have, that they already had in their budget, but they spent the money, and we're going to show them how to capture some of that back, and it makes a difference. And I want you to know that from a marketing standpoint, and Zach and Susan now are directors of social media. We all have a lot of interest in hearing your testimonials. We really, really can't stress enough the importance of submitting your stories for yourself, your family, your members that you have on your team that are utilizing the benefits of the ISB, utilizing the cashback shopping. They're winning big with savings, whether it's a $20 savings on a pizza, whether it was a $200 savings on some contact lenses, whether it was a $1,000 savings on some hearing aids, or or $400 savings on a men's suit, or whatever the savings is. $200 on a hotel stay. Maybe it was $40 on a rental car. Between the ISB and the cashback, we expect to hear stories. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to hear your stories. We want to showcase your stories. We want to publish those stories on the Savion blog. And I think you'd all would agree, it's pretty inspiring and motivating when we see, like the Ashley Henson story, for example, about using the cashback savings every month to help purchase a car for their son. That was a really straight up example, exactly what we're trying to get across to the public here, that Savion is a way to improve your overall lifestyle, that you can, help it, allow it to help you do things differently in your family that maybe you couldn't have done before financially. Just that extra couple $100 or $115 a month in case of the membership, or a couple $100 a month, because I know that they're affiliates and that they're not paying out of their pocket for their membership, so they're actually pocketing that $240, as extra cash for the family. That helped make that car payment, and so their son has a little bit nicer car because of the benefit of the cashback opportunity. So, it's those kind of stories that really we want to showcase and focus for Savion. That's the value proposition, showing people a smarter way to shop, a better way to shop, by using the opportunity of Savion to put dollars back into the family budget. I just want to do a little check off right here. Is everybody clear on what I'm saying right here? If you're clear on that and you understand what I'm saying, I want you to say yes in the chat right now. Okay? I just want to make sure that I'm making this point and driving this point home to everybody. All right, we got some yeses coming in. Looks like the communications are working okay today. Looks like we're making sense. That's good. Great. Fantastic. Thank you for the response. Appreciate that. So we're also going to look at, the information on the affiliate opportunity and how much is proper to share on that and so forth. So I guess that was my opening slide, and I kind of jumped ahead here. But again, learning to explain the membership. Savion is an advertising marketing company, okay, that generates point-of-sale data, sells advertising through innovative point-of-sale collection system. That is our membership that's submitting data to us, involving a global membership program, features instant daily savings and up to 20% cashback shopping at their selected retail stores. So here's a little bit of the mind shift that I want you to begin to adopt, and I want you to retrain your brain, okay? I want you to look at the ISB and the cashback as equals in Savion. I know everybody for the longest time probably thought that the cashback shopping is the featured benefit, in the ISB is like a secondary bonus thing, but I don't want you to look at Savion that way anymore. I want you to look at the ISB, and I understand on a global basis that the ISB is not everything that it is here in North America. I understand that, but here, for anybody here in the US for sure, I want you to look at the ISB and the cashback as being like twins. They're not, one under the other. They're both co-equal in terms of value to the Savion membership, and we really are not utilizing the full value or potential of ISB. I'm going to put out a 30-day challenge of my own. I know Kevin Marino's got his 30-day challenge on the Facebook video thing, and some people are doing their own 30-day challenge. Well, here's my 30-day challenge, okay? Are you ready? Type in the chat yes if you're ready for Steve's 30-day challenge. I want to see who's up for the challenge here. The 30-day challenge is I want you in the month of September for the next 30 days. I'm going to challenge you. It's up to you to participate or not. It's completely voluntary, of course. But I promise you that if you jump into the swing, this is going to really not only help you individually promote our membership, but it's going to help collectively. If we could get this to, become a real big thing company-wide and get everybody doing this, oh my gosh, it would really be a big boost to us on social media and so forth. And here it is. The 30-day challenge I want you to consider jumping into today is I want you to use the ISB benefit wherever you're located once a day, or look for an opportunity to find something you do once a day to use it and post a video about it, or just put a written post. It doesn't have to be a video. I mean, videos are great. If you want to do a video, great. If you just want to put a little copy paste of a screenshot of your savings of your coupon and your receipt. I just saved $3 on my coffee today. I just saved $5 on a burger today. I just saved $10 on a pizza today. I just saved $5 on a car wash today. I just saved $30 on a hotel stay this weekend. I just saved $10 at the movies today. I just saved $10 at a theme park this weekend. I just saved $10 on this new planter I bought at Home Depot. You get the idea, right? It does not have to be something huge. Just give your story of how you use the ISB and do it every day for 30 days. And it's going to show people that, look, Savion is not just about cash back. Savion is about getting savings today. And that's a fact, Zach. That's a fact, Zach. That facts tell and stories sell. And we want to produce a huge amount of stories about how the ISB, this is a massive value generator for the company. It's a massive value generator for us as members, but most people have overlooked it because they're too focused on the cashback side of it. And there's nothing wrong with the cashback program. I mean, that is one of the attractions of Savion, no doubt about it. But what I'm saying is let's put the ISB on a level playing field with the cashback, and let's give it as equal importance. Because why? Because the cashback starts in 90 days, guys. The ISB starts today. You join today. That's available today. You can take your family out to dinner tonight and save your first $10 on a buy one get one pizza, and not even been involved for an hour. Okay, we can show people a lifestyle change, and this is going to really hit big time when the app goes fully functional. On both platforms, both the Apple and the Android, where the ISB is right there on the phone and it's in your hand. I mean, you're talking about convenient. All you have to do is just retrain your brain to think a little differently, that when I'm out shopping, before I go out and go to a drive-through, before I go and I buy a particular item or something, I'm going to just make sure that I just do a quick scan through the app and see if there isn't an offer available. And if you can kind of get your brain retrained thinking that way, guys, I promise you, saving $3 here, $5 here, $10 here, $20 there, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I know that I see Shelly here from the UK. I think you're from the UK. He's talking about the USA team. And I know that this doesn't happen as much for the overseas teams, the UK team, the Australian team, New Zealand team, Hong Kong team, Philippines team, all these different global teams don't really have the same volume of benefits and savings on this. So they are going to definitely be more focused on the cashback side of the program. But for those that have it available here in US, Canada, and Mexico, use it. And on the international side, focus on the travel. I mean, whenever your vacations or holidays come up, look at that travel portal for cruises, for rental cars, for hotels. There are significant savings in there, even on the international side. There's still value there for the international folks. It just isn't as broad or deep as it is here for North American residents, but it's still there. So take advantage of it as much as possible. And that is definitely a mind shift that we want to have. So again, that 30-day challenge I'm putting out to you guys is get your people to start posting on, for the next 30 days, something, some way that they benefited from the ISB, and try to get your self into the habit of using it. And I heard someone just did a training the other day on habits, and I think it was Laura Harte. She did a little Facebook Live training and was talking about habit building and stuff like that, and building successful habits. And the average number pulled out is 21 days. That the average amount of time to build a successful habit is 21 days of repetition. And I'm saying that if we did a 30-day challenge, is it possible that after 21 days we're going to start using that app on a regular basis? I think so. And I know that that will add significant value to your family by getting yourself in the habit of using it if it's available to you. Okay? It's just a waste of a resource to not use it when you have it, just because we're not in the habit of using it. So let's get ourselves in the habit of using that app and using that ISB as much as possible. And let's train our people on the value of that and let them know that not only can you save your cash back, but every day from the day you join, there is savings waiting for you. It could be $5, $10. We've had people, Gary Davis on stage in Las Vegas in June gave a testimonial how he saved $1,000 on one set of prescription eyeglasses. Okay, that's significant. That's like almost a year's worth of membership covered with one benefit that he got from the ISB, and he uses it all the time. A gentleman the other day just saw posts on there, saved $400 on a suit at the Men's Warehouse. Again, that's like 3 months of membership covered by one transaction. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to tell those stories. We've got to get that information out in front of the eyeballs of the public, that they know that this isn't just about a cashback program. This is about saving money in every way, every day for your family because of what we have available to them. So that's the key. I'm going to kind of move on here, but I just want you to understand that the cashback is one benefit of Savion. The ISB is another major value generator for our membership and our customer base. Even if you're global and you don't have all the dining, you don't have all the restaurants and other things, there's still things like grocery coupons. There's still things like the travel, and a lot of people travel. Believe me, it's a huge industry. I know people internationally travel. There's absolutely huge amounts of opportunity internationally with the ISB as well. And that's the one thing I forgot to say. Those grocery coupons, you need to touch on that. If you were talking to a stay-home mom or a single mom or somebody that just clips coupons, you know they're a couponer, you know they're going to the grocery store, ask them, do you clip coupons? Yeah, I do. Well, you're going to love this ISB. You've got to look at this. They've already got hundreds and hundreds of dollars of coupons back there. It's very convenient. Go back to print them out, take them with you. You could easily save $20, $30 or more, if you want to, on your next grocery store visit. That's huge. And I promise you that story is not being told enough in Savion. We need to let people know all the functions of that ISB can offer and all the channels of saving that can come back into their family. We are doing people a disservice if we're not promoting the ISB to its nth degree. We've got to hit that harder, ladies and gentlemen. That's got to become part of the value proposition of your message of how Savion works, what we're all about. It's just got to happen. Now, some of those disclosures we're talking about, I'm kind of backing up a little bit. I apologize. Membership $125, payable every 28 days, 13 times a year, cost is $16.25, right? Here's a big change in notation. You're going to see up to. You're going to notice here in the presentation here. Let me get back here. We're talking about cashback. See those words? That's new. Up to. We are no longer using absolutes in our presentation. We no longer are using absolutes that get 20% cash back, because you know what? Some people may not generate the full potential savings. We're using up to 20% cash back, okay? And that's a recommendation of our attorneys and Troy Dooley. So please use the words up to now when you talk about 20% cash back, up to 20% cash back, up to 20% cash back. We're no longer going to offer get 20% cash back, get up to. That is the wording that we're going with, okay? Let's move on here. Just want to get to some of the other slides here that Okay, here is a disclosure here now on the bottom of the screen, so make people aware of that. Members must upload their receipts to qualify. Okay, that's a little disclosure we had to add into the presentation. This actually needs to be changed because this has got to be changed actually. This one got missed, but that should say up to $13.75 per year. It's no longer an absolute because a person has to stay on board for over a 12-month period active in their membership to get to $13.75. So, you know, they may be in it for 5 months, 7 months, 6 months, 8 months. And, you know, the bottom line is that not everybody may net the $13.75. They might net 600, they might net 700, it might net 900. People that go all the way through the 1 year, you know, as the program works, they would net the $13.75. So that's going to be changed right there. And I need to make a note on that myself. Okay. Some of the other disclosures here. Here's a note here. Savion app is in beta launch, and you know, we're just letting people know that we don't have the full functionality yet on the app, and we are making some pretty amazing changes as far as our development team goes. That's going to dramatically speed up the process, as we're fairly disappointed in the performance thus far of our development team that took on this project for us initially. And we've had a lot of unexpected delays, a lot of you know, things that we expected had been worked out a long time ago have been kind of nagging, and it's been a process that we're not happy with, put it that way, and neither are you. So we are making some changes on our development team, and we're going to be eliminating some of those issues that have kind of been plaguing the app development process here. And so we're still in beta until those changes can be made. Okay, so we're just disclosing that you know, we're not saying our app is fully functioning yet. We're saying we have the app available. It's for download. People can kind of see it, kind of get an idea how it's going to work, but it's not at the final stage yet. So we are just disclosing some of those things here. Okay, this is a huge one right here. Okay, this is huge. We no longer are using the slide or the phraseology that it's like doubling your money for something you're already doing. That is that's a big red flag right there to a lot of people. You know, it sort of creates a insinuation that maybe you're promoting an investment opportunity or something that, you know, we're not. We clearly are not an investment program, but, you know, some people may read into that the wrong way and be feel like they were misled in some way. So we've never been talking about doubling your money like an investment ever, but we are, you know, suggesting that with the membership, you can double your savings. Okay, that when you can generate up to $240 in savings, that's double than what you were paying. So it's like doubling the power of your money for something that you're already doing. So that is a keyword change there. That's very important wording changes. That's why, you know, any other presentation that you have that has that old slide, do not use it any further. Okay, I just would ask that you delete that and get this updated PowerPoint. By the way, this is all uploaded into the back office members area under tools, so everybody can access this updated PowerPoint right now. Okay, and make sure you delete your old one and you add this one as a replacement that's got this replacement wording. Very important. Okay, ISB, everything's pretty much the same here. Again, another disclosure here that we've added here on the mobile app, just making sure people are aware that it's not fully in the functioning stage yet, but it is available on the beta. Nothing really different here. Okay, when we get to the affiliate side here, guys, we're still making the disclosure as we have before. Here's the biggest difference. We repositioned this slide here after we talk about the share part, because it's really important that people understand that the point of sale data and the information that we're collecting, we are building that up our database. You know, the value of that database grows every day. The value of our information that we're collecting grows because our membership's growing globally. And as a benefit of sharing this membership, kind of like Facebook, you know, has their membership over the last 10 years has been shared from friend to friend, member to member, you know, people inviting their friends and family to join their network and so forth. That sharing process built that network over 1.7 billion people. And now Facebook is monetizing that data, right? I mean, they didn't monetize anything for about the first 4 years, but now they're generating billions of dollars because they built a network through the friend-to-friend sharing process. People inviting their friends and neighbors and coworkers to be on their Facebook wall, to be a part. And through that process, they now have a network of 1.7 billion people who are contributing data directly every day to Facebook, and they're monetizing that now with advertising. Well, I want you to know Facebook has done a very good job at that. We're doing the same thing with point of sale data. So we put the slide after this slide, okay? Because we're talking about now sharing with other people. So we're explaining how we're building a network. We have people here popping up all over the place, right? I mean, all over the world. We have people now popping into Savion, okay? And so as we share the membership, of course, and people start to shop and save with the membership, this point of sale data database is growing and becoming more valuable, and it will allow us to monetize it in the same way. Now, we're already utilizing information for advertising. We're generating advertising sales, etc., with the MAP program. And there's going to be multiple channels of income used with this incredible database that we're building. But you have to have a volume of database or a volume of data collected in order for it to bring that immediate value to the different marketing partners out there. So that is a continuous process that's in development. But the advertising that we generate through the MAP and other online ads that we're doing, and we have a whole plan to roll out that's going to expand upon the advertising streams. We're going to have banner ads. We're going to have ads rotating on the app. A lot of different things are going to start to come into play here by the October conference. You'll see quite a bit of this probably rolled out there at the end of October. But it's all based upon this. This is what's driving the whole system behind Savion, is the data that's being collected and the advertising that is generated from it. So this is all the same. It's still about the shopping, getting the benefit of getting cash back, and all the benefit of being a member, okay? And of course, the advertisers, again, getting the benefit of having a targeted audience, within our Savion platform. We're building a network. Savion is building a network. Our network is going to go over 100,000, I'm sure, by the end of this year easily. Our plan is to get it over 1 million members by the end of next year. And it's going to continue to grow. And so the value for these advertisers just keeps going up, and up, because we have a targeted audience here, right here in our Savion network globally, where they're going to have access to, a lot of information about, where you're shopping and what you're spending and what you're buying and all that. And so this just continues to grow and grow and grow in value. And Savion, of course, is continuing to grow as a network that's building value for both the shopper and for the business owners and the marketing partners. It creates revenue, and that's what Savion does. We generate revenue as an advertising marketing company. So hopefully you kind of see all the pieces coming together here, okay? And again, it's the advertising generated, and this slide's going to change a little bit here too. But the advertising, it's subsidized, and that's a really key word, guys, in your presentation. That the advertising that Savion generates to third-party marketing partners and business owners, in the future. All the different future streams generated that we can monetize from this data that we're collecting, subsidize the cashback shopping. That's how it works. Now in the comp plan here, we're still talking about the sale of 3. We don't want to use words like get 3 or those kinds. This is a direct selling business, so we want to use the proper language, and direct selling language is sell. We are out marketing and we're selling our membership to other people. And we're selling 3 memberships. It can be, again, the RSM, it could be a GTM, or it could be a MAP subscription product. And we're focusing really on the 2 basic levels of Savion's comp plan. We're talking about, being a qualified founder, and we're talking about the VIP, and then we're done. We're not talking about the next levels. We're not even going up to the star ranks. We're not talking about the ambassador levels. That is all being left for a few conversations. So let's kind of get into that part of here. Okay, so the presentation needs to bring awareness to the affiliate opportunity, not give the full details. We will give people training, and we'll have other videos to further explain the comp plan later, once they're on board with Savion and so forth. But as a new prospective customer or member of the public, we don't want to go into all that detail. We don't want to talk about, the $3,000 day potential and so forth. Now I know for all the opportunists out there, they're all saying, well, what? That's why I'm in this industry, to talk about the money. Yeah, well, that unfortunately is not the kind of messaging that works with compliance. Okay, that again is the wrong proposition for the marketplace. Now, if you want to tell your friends privately, individually, about your excitement for the compensation plan, you're welcome to do that. But when you're on a public venue, if you're sharing it at a seminar, at a conference call, at a webinar, a hotel meeting, a training, I mean, you've got to share the information properly. And we don't focus on the opportunity. That is a secondary consideration of our business. The primary consideration is showing people how to win saving money. That is it. You can't put the other before, get them in the wrong order. You have to present it in the right way. And the thing is, if you look at most major companies nowadays that are in the direct selling association that have established themselves, they're 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, they're doing hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. Some of them are billion-dollar companies. I'll give you an example, like Primerica. Primerica is an insurance company, but they're also run like a network marketing business. And when you want to become an agent with Primerica, they're primarily going to focus on telling you stories about how their products have helped families, protect themselves and untimely death with life insurance. So they're going to tell you how their families invested properly in their mutual fund program and saved for retirement and are now free to live the retirement of their dreams. They're going to tell you stories about agents who maybe used to be a $11 an hour factory worker who saw an opportunity to join Primerica and go to the agent program and is now making a six-figure income in their own business. They're not talking specifics about how. They're just telling them the benefit of what happened when they made the choice to get involved with Primerica. So the specifics come in the training classroom for that new agent. When they go to the agent orientation, they go to the training, they're going to learn the how and the specifics about all the different ways that they make money selling their products. Okay, so we're on that same path now. We're no longer going to give the full Monty of the compensation explanation on a first-time view webinar or a conference call. We're going to basically stick to the basics and just talk about the founder, VIP founder level. Why? Because that's where the majority of people, if they decide to build Savion as an affiliate, that's where most people realistically can earn income. And we will have a full income disclosure statement coming from our attorneys here in the next week or two that will be posted on the website. It'll be posted on our presentations that, is a proper income disclosure so that people in the public can get an idea of how many people are generating income at the ambassador ranks, how many people are making money as a 5-star, how many people, all those kind of things are going to be put together in an income disclosure statement. That'll be provided to us by our legal team, and that'll be coming here in the next week or two. It's all part of this process. But we're going to focus on the founder VIP level. So you'll see here in the PowerPoint that we got the founder level, VIP level, and boom. That's it. We're not going to go any further in the explanation. We're not going to go any further in the presentation. We don't need to take that time. It's not necessary. Right there, what we've shown people gives them an idea how they can generate income, sufficient income to make a change in their life, just right there. And then, of course, you can say, you know what, let's get you on board and so forth, and I'll take you through some training. I'll show you exactly the full potential. If you want to go beyond that, there are other levels you can grow your business to, and I'll explain that more to you later. Okay, so that's another conversation for a later time. And then we get into the qualification, and we talk about the daily pay, and that's it. Okay, so you can see we cut out about 5 slides out of the compensation plan right there. We just really dropped it way back, and that's okay because it cuts down the presentation to an easy 20 minutes. Okay, so how to manage expectation once again, kind of recapping here as we close this one up here today. Always be upfront with how the membership works. Always. Never hide details. Give a disclosure about everything related to the membership, redemptions, 90-day processing, all that. Never overpromise. Keep it real with people on the current status of things like the app. The company, obviously, we take our own advice, and we know that we have to always do our best to never overpromise. announcements and things about things coming, and things happen. We know that sometimes unexpected things happen when we have every idea that something is going to happen in a certain time frame, and then all of a sudden the unexpected happens and a delay comes, and then it kind of everybody gets a little egg on their face on that. And so we do apologize for those things, but it's called life, and it's some things are beyond your control when little monkey wrenches get thrown into your plan as far as what you're being told, because it's all based on promises being made to the next person, right? I mean, we get promises from our vendors when things are going to be done and blah, 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 and they overpromise to us, and so we end up overpromising to you, and you end up overpromising to your customer, and it's like, there's, it just, it's a broken down process, and everybody just needs to do a better job of just under-promising, over-delivering. But just be careful not to overpromise things. Keep it real. Let people know, hey, it's in the beta. They're working it out. We're now, as I updated you, we're in the process here of making some changes on our development team, bringing on a more experienced team that will help us speed up this process and get these kinks worked out and get this thing up and running like it needs to be. And we just need to stay focused on that under promise, over deliver promise, or that platform, and not be over promising things. Don't promote the membership as a means to making money. That's not what it's about. It's a way to save money for their families, make money as an affiliate, as secondary. We talked about that today. So these are just some guidelines. These are some of the things that we really want you to shift your mindset on today, guys. Is think about Savion as the ultimate savings opportunity. Okay. I know a lot of people are out there saying Savion is the ultimate money-making opportunity, and I know as networkers, some people, that's how they're going to gravitate towards. But let's get the message out properly. Okay. People are going to individually, they're going to have their own motivation of why they're in Savion, but I'm telling you that from a presentation standpoint, when you're marketing Savion with this PowerPoint in front of people, if it's one person, 5 people, 10 people, 500 people, whatever it is, we need to do it right. We need to let people know that we have a tremendous product that brings great value to families on an everyday basis without being involved in any way, shape, or form our business. People win, guys, with Savion if they never share it with anybody. If they are a closet member, they don't want to tell anybody in the world that they're in Savion, but they're in Savion and they just use the membership, they win. As long as they use it as directed and they have proper expectations on what it's going to do for them. As long as they're not expecting something it's not, they're good and they're going to win. And we are seeing more and more testimonials now because people have been involved with Savion's membership for over 9 months now. We have many. And they're talking, and those are the Ashley Henson stories. You're hearing all kinds of stories of people that are just getting incredible value from this membership because they use it properly, they stay active with the membership, and it works. And that's what we got to tell people. And the opportunity is secondary. It'll present itself. People will naturally ask you about it. Well, what if I tell a few people about it? Can I make money with it? Yes, you can. Let's talk about that, about a founder, And then once they get on board and they're in the flow, then get them into a training that we'll provide that'll explain the full comp plan and its full ability where they can go with their business. They can map out a long-term strategy to reach a 5-star, maybe an ambassador, and beyond. Okay, but it'll be properly disclosed on how many people actually do reach those ranks. It's not going to be very many that reach the upper ranks of the company. We know that. That's the laws of human nature, that as we go up the ranks, it's going to thin out. It's not going to be as many people as ambassadors there are founders. There's no doubt about it, right? So we'll have that all documented with proper disclosure and so forth so that they understand the realism of what they're getting involved with, okay? So that was kind of my close, I guess. I'll take a couple questions, actually. We got a few minutes here left. Does anybody have any questions you want to pop in real quick? I'll take time for maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 questions. I'm sure Zach's been asking or answering questions all the way through here, but anybody have a question you want to throw out there real quick? Zach, just pop it in there for me. While I get a drink of water. Then I will assume at this point that you guys have a fairly good understanding of how to present this membership. No one answered. I know, man, because you're just knocking them out. And I just want to invite everybody who's watching this video to share this video with all of your friends in Savion, all your that are affiliates on your team. Make sure everybody gets a chance to see this, because this is really important information that you're going to want to implement into your everyday daily method of operation and promoting the Savion membership properly and building your affiliate team if you are an affiliate with Savion. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. God bless. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys here.